So we're moving into our second half of Poets tonight. Is Olga still here? Here she is.
Okay. Thanks. I want to start with an irrelevant question as I flip to my page. How many of you have been on Ride the Ducks?
Fuck yeah. Yes.
Fuck yeah? Okay. Me too, like 3 times, and I really, really like it. And today they were dancing downtown, like the people standing at the stoplight, they were playing music and dancing. So, I like it. On page 77, you can find my poem. Okay. It is called Read the Last 2 Lines of This Poem First. It's a mischievous poem. Yellow daffodils pulled by the weight of their heads stick as concrete. I see this in the world all the time. I believe it's important for people to not miss the bending daffodils. That's why I directed your attention to a repeated line. Also, in class the other day, my friend furiously scribbled at the speed of speech what my professor spoke. Meanwhile, she missed his joke. There are more important instances. Yesterday, in line at the grocery store, I caught the lady bagging my avocados, gazing at the cashier who took money for my avocados, and I thought to myself, if only I wasn't in their way buying avocados. Does it make a difference, the daffodils bending, her missing the joke, my avocados impeding their eyes meeting, reading the last 2 lines of his poem first? If you miss the daffodils bending, my friend misses the professor's joke, and the cashier man and bag lady miss each other's eyes, what is left to be had? Am I missing something important? This afternoon, I was memorizing the first canto of the Divine Comedy, the one that starts in the midway of this our mortal life. Because who will take you seriously as a poet unless you know that canto? Then I caught myself staring out the window, where some flowers' stems curved like crowlets. Yellow daffodils, pulled by the weight of their heads, tick as concrete.
I don't know that canto. I'm sorry. That's why I'm an editor and not, a published writer. Alden Lee. Oh, you can clap louder than that. Alden, can you use the mic?
How's everyone doing? This is the first time I've seen this, so I'm going to have to find my poem. Sorry.
Want to hear a joke?
Tell a joke.
It's a classic.
What do you call a naked pasta? A noodle!
It's teamwork right there. This is called Parties Can Be Dangerous, a poem in 3 movements. Like hemophiliacs who just bleed and bleed, drinking nettle tea till the tongue is nettle numb, people fuck each other silly with their talk, with the changing of the meaningful of something, as if there wasn't any one thing one meant. With rigor, the low-caliber wrist twitched a few lines on paper. He would create distractions out of formulated lists. Monoglot, monotone, monolith, monologue, monochrome. The black sweater is abrasive. The sport coat complements the brown tie. Clean glasses take stock in the company of the other. 2 dresses argue over aesthetics, and the blouse skirts the issue. It's an existential dilemma when the mind turns sartorial. Now there's a white dress. She's a skeptic with the skeptics, a mystic with the mystics, but at a loss with him. Says her name is Claire. You smell of tarot, he says, but she doesn't see it coming, couldn't find the root. She asked repeatedly for definitions. Oh, but that's demeaning, to dissect him like haiku. Sometimes a bramble's meant to be a bramble, and that's okay. Burlesque, grotesque, picturesque, odalesque. Unhappy by the quartet of humors and discord, black comedy steals the show, and the audience is melancholy, the smell of bile on the floor. Someone's trying to throw up discreetly in the bathroom, but everybody knows. Now there are fewer satellites, fewer mixed signals. An Argyle sweater goes on. If you ask me, society's seen enough of that barfed retroglyphs. Through the living room, past the den of thieves who, like a fungus, thicken the air with sporadic banter. The kitchen air is thinner and less thin. A black coffee sweater vest leans on the stove like a poacher on his pile of tusks. There you are. Tell me, are you familiar with the Dionysian principle? No, you murmur, enlighten me. But his sleeve catches the pilot light and lights himself instead. Another douses him and you're happy to pass the torch. Immolation, defenestration, exsanguination, asphyxiation. When the cuff plung detached, the cracked flash flood of air, where I turn the latch of the patio door, flip the switch on my iron lung, and I hatch from a hard-boiled shell. Night steals the black of my eye and decreased by shades until I am no one in particular. Am I cold? Yes, I'm cold. Myopic, elliptic, pedantic, mimetic, acrostic, gnostic, systemic. I would go to bed, but someone spiked the punch bowl with a slip of paper that reads, "The universe is expanding." So now the guests walk funny and won't be going home anytime soon. Thanks.